goes to dynamite. Chinchy. remember that thing on Boom Goes to Dynamite? Pass the man shoots it, and boom goes to dynamite.
Dude, that was so great. That guy, man. I wonder if I think he made it. I think that dude made it as an anchor. I actually think he got.
Did he really?
I'm gonna find.
What he should have said is "boom coming in hot, baby." That's what he should have said.
The best. Sometimes less is more in broadcasting. You remember the greatest home run call on all of like the highlight reels? This is when you were playing was, McGuire up to the plate, and Dan Patrick, as soon as a ball be hit, Dan Patrick would just go on. And that was his call. That's why I like Michael K's call. He just goes, "See ya."
I love it. Yeah, Michael K's call is great.
It's great. It's so subtle. Like you don't need to say anything. Beth Escursion always said that. Very much less is more for your announcers in a baseball game, especially in a big crowd.
Try and lay out. I know. On Tom Brenneman told me that when I did his show. He's like, let the home run breathe.
Yeah, that's
big home run, just let it breathe.
Well, there was also Jack Buck. Somebody hit a home run in one World Series, like a huge home run, and he didn't say anything for like 40 seconds. And it was like the most compelling non-call of all time. I think it might have been awesome. He's speaking of talking loud. Listen, Dodger fans, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Here's what happens. People see our like little snippets. Our boy Nolan does these great little pieces of our shows and whatever. And every once in a while, I want to go up there where somebody might not like it so much. But you got to go into the context. And we're not taking anything out of context. We were talking the other day about how, hey, it might be cool to see Kershaw in another uniform. Just as a general fan.
Yeah.
Whoa. Dodger troll land, man. Holy cow. It's like Fraggle Rock. Attacked. I'm not a celebrity like you. I've never been attacked like this on social media. I understand like cyberbullying now. I'm not kidding. Like some people are very mean, very, very mean. And guess what, folks? All you mean people who said very, very mean things, cuss words. First of all, go confess your sins this weekend when you go to your whatever God you talk to. And second of all, go back and look at all our shows. We love the Dodgers. What the Dodgers are doing is amazing. It's great for baseball. There's one little saying,
Chinch, listen, bro. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's just, it is what it is. It's the nature of people love negativity and what, that's what it is. Like, it is crazy. Like some of the comments, you're like, wow, you're like, those are the comments from just saying that you want Kershaw. Maybe it'd be cool to see Kershaw in a different uniform for 1 year.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, right? You're not going to change people's opinions.
Man, I can't imagine what you guys go through. I just can't imagine it. I think once you become famous, people just try to knock you down. Not saying I'm famous, but I'm like on your
coat. Dude, have you
and a little shrapnel? I get shrapnel every once in a while.
Dude, I'm gonna do something for you really quick.
Oh, that's fun. What are you gonna do? Delete your Twitter account?
Blank sheet of paper.
Okay. Oh, this is cool exercise. All right, Sean is underneath his desk or something right now. I don't know if he's making a paper airplane. I don't know if he's writing something down. Okay. All right, here he comes. What he's got.
Boom. Can you see this?
Yeah. Okay. I see this. This is math equations. So it says 1 times.
Yeah, so go through it.
1 times 9 equals 9. 2 times 9 equals 18. 3 times 9 equals 27. 4 times 9 equals 36. 5 times 9 equals 45. 6 times 9, 54. 7 times 9, 70. 8 times 9, 72. 9 times 9, 81. I see something wrong. But
what do you see?
9 times 7 isn't 70, is it?
Oh, man, no way. Guess what?
Okay.
That's how the human brain works, bro. You didn't say anything about the 8 I got right. You said something about the 1 I got wrong, didn't you?
Hey, that is so cool.
Isn't that cool? So it's a matter of fact, it's Einstein did this for his students. Put it up on the paper, 1 times 9 all the way to 1 times 10. And on one of them, he put, like I did, 7 times 9, 70. And, Albert Einstein, you're the smartest guy. 8 times 9 is not, it's not 85, it's 72.
Hey, stop.
And his whole point was, I got 9 right. I got 1 wrong.
This is such a good conversation.
And your brain and your brain goes to the one I got wrong. And that's how our brains work. Like I said this before on here, but we're in it. We're looking for safety, and our brains are on an 80% negative bias. It's just the way it is. So like we're looking for the negative, dude. No one's looking for not many people are looking for the positive. We're looking for the negative. So when you make a comment on social media or you have an opinion, millions of people come out with the negative. It's just how the human brain works. With no awareness, you get this right here where you go, hey, I saw something wrong. Hey, did you see the 8 things I did right, bro? Miss those?
Bro, that is fantastic. I had one of my mentors, a boss once, I'll say this very quick. It's the exact same concept. There was our schedules. I found something wrong with like the schedule. This is back at MLB Network. And I found something and I figured it out. And I was like, oh my God, I figured this out. I run into my boss's office. I'm so proud of myself. I'm like, this is great. I'm going to look good. And I'm like, hey, I figured it out. We're doing this wrong. We're doing this wrong. And he goes, okay. And I'm like, I'm just telling you, we're doing it wrong. And he goes, if you ever walk into my office again with a problem, I'll fire you on the spot. And I was like, what? And he goes, don't walk in this office without solutions to a problem you found out. So don't come here and say, look what's wrong. Come here and say, I think I figured out something that was wrong.
I like that.
Here are a couple possibilities of how we can maybe improve upon it.
Right.
Never forget that. Dude, this is a great exercise. That was
so good, right?
You did good acting job by going, oh, really? You got me good. Dude, that was great.
You're like, can't believe Case doesn't know 7 times 9 is 63. You kidding me?
That is a great concept. Well, there you go. All right. You troll Dodger fans. Half the people that were responding, I don't think probably have ever even watched a baseball game in their lives. They just see like hate and they're like, oh, it's hate time. Let me get on a hate bandwagon for the day. So you know what? We're not going to talk about them anymore. Let's accentuate the positives.
Yes.
Altuve, holy extension. He got
5 years, what, at 125?
5 years, 125 takes him through his age 39 season. And don't forget, remember, we've been talking about guys getting signed early in their careers. Jose Altuve was signed at like 15 years old, and he was making very little money for the first part of his career until he blew up. They took care of him, and now it's almost like they're paying him back for his service during his super prime years.
All the years, yeah.
You know, which is awesome of them to do. So what's your take?
I love it, man. Jose Altuve, for me, is one of the best players of this generation. Maybe on the Cooperstown Highway too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this guy flat out rakes. I mean, literally, he's like kind of like a Pedroia body, a guy that's really kind of had to fight, scratch and claw for everything he's gotten. But how many big home runs? He did it again this year. How many big home runs does he come up with in the postseason? Big hits. He's such a he's the one guy that we thought had a chance to maybe get the 3,000 hits for a few years there. Injuries have come up as of late. Who knows if he'll get the 3,000 hits? That's a tough number to get to, but this guy's one of the best players, probably of all time when it's all said and done. Best second baseman of all time when it's said and done. He'll be in that conversation. Obviously, he's not the best, but he'll be in the conversation as one of the best.
Yeah, I think he might get to like high 2,700s, low 2,800s because you got 5 years left. He's got 2,047. I mean, if he gets two. Now, granted, he has a 4-year stretch where he had over 200 hits per year.
Right.
I don't know if he's going to do that for the last 5 years of his career. Now, by the way, 90 games last year, 311 batting average at age 33. I mean, the guy can still hit. Do you have a little taint on him for the signs? The sign stealing.
Well, here we go. It's the same thing, Chinch. You got to go to the sign stealing thing.
I'm not trying. It's a great show. Yeah, no. You're right.
Well, dude, that'll always be on that 2017 team. At the end of the day, they, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But he's most of his career, dude. He's just he's a heck of a player.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you a positive. Since that whole thing was cleared up, the sign stealing thing, his numbers have gotten back to Altuve numbers. So it's like whether he was or wasn't.
Dude, he won the AL MVP award in 17.
Yeah, dude, he beat out. Was that right? That was against Judgy, man, his rookie year, I think.
Wow. 8 All-Star selections, 6 Silver Slugger awards, 3 batting titles with Gold Glove.
Yeah, that MVP year, 346 with 24 homers, 81 ribbies, 32 bags. He's great, man. I love him.
Well, also too, Jim Crane talks about, listen, one of the big reasons we really wanted to sign him was the fact that he's a great human being. He's great for the community. He's just a great human
Amazing
being.
with fans, great with fans.
Right.
Easy to look up to because he looks more like me than he looks like Aaron Judge. No offense to
Right.
Judge,
Right.
looking like a Greek god of war. But like, for a guy like me, I mean, I've met him. I've talked to him. He's shorter than me. Jeez, I don't care. I want to see wait, how tall is he listed as?
That's the great thing about baseball, though, dude. Your strike zone's your strike zone. However tall you are, it doesn't matter.
Right. Oh, see, you know what? Yeah, he's definitely shorter than me because he's listed as 5'6". So you know how that works for little guys. When you're listed at a certain height, you you're not that height. For tall guys, you go to the tallest you could possibly be. That's accurate. Guys
Right.
like my size, I think on my high school entrance thing, I was like, or going to college to get recruited. I think I was listed as like 5'9.5" and like 195. That was the biggest. That was probably the biggest lie of my life that I've ever told. But
dude, I tell you what, in relation to what you said about the 200 hits a year, have you seen Joe Buck's new show?
I haven't seen it. I've seen clips.
I don't know if it's a podcast, but it's a real show. He's in a theater, But
Yeah.
he had Pete Rose on recently, dude. Think about Pete Rose, bro. 4,256 hits.
Yeah.
That's you know how hard it is to get 200 hits? We were like, oh, Altuve did it 4 years in a row. That means that's 200 hits for 21 years straight and then 56 more hits. That's how many hits that is.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm looking at average. Yeah. The guy played till he was 45 years old, okay? His 162 game average, when by the way, he pretty much played 162 games every year till he was like 43. Okay. He averaged per year 194 hits, and that's with his last 3 years. He had like 72 and 107. So he averaged for his prime, he averaged like 212 hits or something.
Incredible, dude. It's incredible.
He's got put him
really
in
incredible.
By the way, the gambling that's going on in this country right now, if you can be certain that, and I am certain, Pete Rose probably, I believe, if there's one thing I believe wholeheartedly, is that he would never bet against a team he was on.
He didn't.
I know but like he's had some admissions and some non-admissions very early. He's admitted to everything he's done now, pressed up to everything. Put him in a damn Hall of Fame. This makes me sick.
He'll get in when he dies. He'll get in. I really believe that. They just don't want to do it when he's alive. I think Pete might even have said that to me one day. Maybe one day when he's dead and gone.
Yeah.
Which whatever. That is what it is. That's a whole nother can of worms.
Can of whoop ass.
Yeah.
Speaking of cans of whoop asses, if the New York Mets get the guy that I think everybody's talking about they might get, they are a formidable lineup, and it's JD Martinez. It's getting like mutual interest. We're getting to the point where it's like the media says mutual interest heating up. Go get him, right?
I think JD Martinez, dude, that's the guy that I'm. Well, Soler too is legit, but JD Martinez is just such a great hitter still. He's going to hit you some home runs. He's going to drive you in runs. He's going to be great for the clubhouse. He's going to be great for the lineup, talking, hitting. JD Martinez for me is the guy, man. That's a gem waiting to go into a lineup.
Yeah, and it stretches that lineup. I got the projected lineup up right now. Don't forget you got Bader, who can pop a couple out. He's like Bader's like your 9 hitter, I think. So Nimmo, the current look is Nimmo, McNeil, Lindor, Alonso, Marte, DJ Stewart. First of all, Francisco Alvarez, who could have a very big breakout year and wind up being their like 5-hitter. Brett Beatty, and then Harrison Bader. You insert in your DH spot JD Martinez. He goes between, I would say I would put him either right before or right after Alonso, right? Either 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And then now your lineup 6 deep goes Nimmo, McNeil, Lindor, Alonso, Martinez, Marte.
Wow. That's formidable.
You know, the one thing about this lineup, especially if you add JD Martinez, it is like the old school lineup. Like, do you remember the book? It's one of my favorite books ever. You Can Teach Hitting by Dusty Baker. Do you have that book?
No,
No,
dude. Are you serious?
Came out in 1993. I got it for Christmas. I used to read it you talk about reading books like before the season. I used to read his book. It's called You Can Teach Hitting, a systematic approach for parents, coaches, and players. Parents, get this book and read it with your kids.
Check that out.
You got to check it out. But he explains the optimal lineup from back in our day when speed at the top, get on base, 2-hitter, not going to strike out, can move guys over, can handle a bunt.
3, 4, 5, drive them in.
Mm-hmm. And then kind of almost like resetting, like 6 and 7 are kind of like that in between guy, but then 8 and 9, you're kind of retooling like your top of your lineup.
That's why when you look at Atlanta's lineup, top to 1 through 9, you're like, wow. There's like that 8-9 hitter could be their Murphy, and these guys could be anyone's 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, get that book, dude. You got to get the book. You can
I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check that.
Well,
I love Bakey, so I say hunt the heater.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's like just the most, like, it's not watered down. It's like the guts of what.
Yeah, I love it.
Anyway, so hopefully they do good. Maybe we put out a post on how good Dusty Baker's book is and see if anybody.
Don't crush. Who's going to crush us? Who's going to crush us?
Yeah. Hey, all right. We both got a lot going on today. Case, that thing was so cool, man, with the Einstein thing. I'm still.
Isn't that cool?
Dude, you acted it out too when I said.
But it's so great. You like even in our conversation with Altuve, it's so easy to go. This guy's got 85 things you could talk about. But both of us, my brain was going there too. 17, they have the. I mean, our brains just want to go negative. Pretty cool.
What's the line? If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, there's something on the back.
I know. Yeah, I can't remember how that finished.
Before we go, hold on. I got to do it before we go. Ifs and buts, candy and nuts.
Oh shoot.
Oh, hold on. If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah. So good.
All right, let's end on that then.
All right, Chinchy. Awesome, dude. I'll see you tomorrow. And everybody out there, thanks for listening. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Love you, brother.